Memories of an Addict. Hello, my name is John. I want to tell you my story. It is not a happy story, but it is my life. I was a normal boy. I went to school, played with my friends, and had a family. But then everything changed. One day, I met a new friend. His name was Mike. He was cool and fun. He had a secret. He showed me drugs. At first I said no. I was scared. But Mike told me it was okay. He said everyone was doing it. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like him. So I tried it. The first time was fun. I felt happy and free. I forgot my problems. I thought I could stop any time, but I was wrong. The drugs took over my life. I needed them every day. I could not live without them. My family was worried. They saw the changes in me. I lost weight and I stopped going to school. I lied to my parents. I told them I was fine. But inside I was not fine. I was lost. I lost my friends too. They did not want to be around me anymore. I was not the same person. I was just an addict. I sat alone in my room thinking about my life. I felt sad and empty. Sometimes I wanted to quit. I tried many times. But every time I tried, the drugs called me back. They promised happiness, but they only brought pain. I felt trapped in my own body. This is just the beginning of my story. I hope you will listen to the next parts. I want to share my journey with you. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. I was losing everything. One night, I sat on my bed looking at the mirror. I saw a stranger. My face was pale and my eyes were dull. I felt so alone. I thought about my dreams. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to help people. But now I could not even help myself. One day my mom came into my room. She was crying. She said, "John, I love you. Please stop this." I felt guilty. I wanted to make her happy, but the drugs were too strong. I didn't know how to say no. Mike was still around. He kept giving me drugs. I thought he was my friend, but he was hurting me. I needed to break free. I wanted to escape this life. I decided to find help. I searched online for a place to go. I found a support group. They helped people like me. I was scared to go, but I went anyway. At the group, I met others who were like me. They shared their stories. Some were sad, and some were hopeful. I listened carefully. I learned that I was not alone. Everyone was fighting their own battles. After the meeting, I felt a little better. I decided to go back. I wanted to change my life. I started to talk about my feelings. It was hard at first, but it felt good. I realized that I had to fight. I had to fight for my life. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be happy again, but it would not be easy. I had a long road ahead of me. As I went to more meetings, I learned more about myself. I learned why I started using drugs. I wanted to feel accepted. I wanted to be cool, like Mike. But I realized that true friends don't push you into bad things. A true friend would care about you. One day, I decided to talk to Mike. I told him that I wanted to quit. He laughed at me. He said, "You will never quit. You need this." His words hurt, but I knew he was wrong. I did not need him, and I did not need drugs. I needed a new life. I stopped seeing Mike. I started to make new friends at the support group. They were kind and understanding. They did not judge me. They helped me feel strong. I started to believe that I could change. I also talked to my family. I told them about my struggle. My mum hugged me and cried. She said, "We will help you, John. We are here for you." My dad looked at me and nodded. I felt their love. I felt like I was not alone anymore. The days were still hard, but I kept going. I made a promise to myself. I promised to never give up. I wanted a better life. I wanted to make my family proud. I wanted to make myself proud. Each day I took one step forward. Some days I felt strong, other days I felt weak, but I remembered my promise. I knew that I had to keep fighting. I had to stay strong. Over time I began to see changes in myself. I looked in the mirror and I saw hope. My eyes were brighter and my face looked healthy again. I felt stronger each day. I was proud of myself. I was fighting and I was winning. My family noticed the changes too. My mom smiled more and my dad talked to me about my future. He asked me about my dreams. I told him that I wanted to be a doctor again. He said, "John, you can do it. Just stay focused." His words gave me strength. I felt that my dreams could come true. One day, I saw Mike on the street. He looked at me, and I looked at him. He was still the same. He looked tired and unhappy. I realized that I did not want that life anymore. I wanted a life of happiness and health. I wanted a future. I walked past Mike and I felt free. I felt like I had left my old life behind. I was a new person now. I was not an addict anymore. I was just John, a boy with dreams and hope. Each day, I continued my journey. I went to my support group and I helped others. I told them my story and they listened. They saw that change was possible. I wanted to give them hope, just like others had given me hope. Life was not perfect, but it was real. I felt every moment, every emotion. I felt alive, and that was all I needed. I was on the right path, and I would not turn back. Months went by, and I felt stronger every day. I started going back to school. I studied hard, and I enjoyed learning. My teachers noticed my efforts. They told me I was doing well. This made me feel good. I felt like I was back on track. I also made new friends at school. They were kind, and they respected me. They knew my past, but they did not judge me. They supported me and encouraged me. I felt lucky to have them in my life. They showed me what true friendship was. My family was proud of me too. My mom often hugged me and said, "John, you are a miracle." My dad would pat my back and say, "Keep going, son." Their love and support kept me strong. I knew I could count on them. One day I volunteered at a community center. I helped people who were struggling just like I had struggled. I listened to their stories and shared mine. I told them that change was possible. I wanted to give them hope, like others had given hope to me. Helping others made me feel complete. I realized that my past did not define me. I was more than my mistakes. I was a person with dreams, kindness, and a future. I felt proud of the person I was becoming. I knew I still had challenges to face, but I was ready. I was ready to face life with courage and hope. I had survived the worst, and now I was ready for the best. As time passed, I kept growing. I finished school, and I started working hard to become a doctor. My journey was not easy, but every step was worth it. I was building a new life, one that I could be proud of. I never forgot my past. I knew that my experiences had made me stronger. I remembered the pain and the struggles, but I also remembered the hope and the people who helped me. I wanted to give back to others who were lost, just like I had been. One day, I stood in front of a group of young people. They were like I had once been, scared, lost, and unsure. I told them my story. I told them that change is possible, that life can get better. I told them never to give up on themselves. After my speech, a young boy came up to me. He said, "Thank you, John. You gave me hope." His words touched my heart. I realized that my journey had a purpose. I was not only healing myself, but also helping others to heal. Looking back, I am proud of who I am. I am not defined by my mistakes. I am defined by my courage to change and my will to help others. I know that life will always have challenges, but I am ready for them. I am John, and I am free. Free from my past, free from my pain, and free to dream again. My story continues, but now it is a story of hope, strength, and a future. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.